Welcome to the Nail Engineer, and today we've got a look that I'm thinking of calling Merry Gothmas. And if we have a look, this is my dear friend Demelza, and as you might be able to notice from the tattoos, she likes to rock an alternative look from time to time, and so I came up with this mani for her just to, you know, try and express her dark side, which is the only side she's got. Isn't that right?
Correct.
So, anywho, what we've basically got here is we've got these kind of like smoky glass nails. All of these have been done with Gel Pot Clear by Gel Bottle Ink, and we've got a variety of things going on here. So, what I'm going to show you on this hand here, you can see that we're done with all but these three nails. So I'm going to show you how to get this kind of smoky glass effect, and this is a sculpted nail. We're also going to look at the silk stockings nail, which I've got a special little blend for that. This was once clearly pink, the copy, the Bluesky copy of CND Clearly Pink, with a little bit of black in it. And this trick I learned from Sarah R, the real Mrs. Grey, and it's just great for avoiding getting like kind of streakiness. I don't know why, something about the pink pigment stops the black from streaking up. So we're going to do that on here and put on some silver leaf. I'm going to show you a little bit of stamping with Moira Dreamology plate, and yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy this one. And apologies for my scabby minging nails, but they're 4 weeks old, and as a nail tech I think that's not bad for chrome. I don't know, what do you think? I'm sure you'll tell me, especially the trolley types. Anywho, let's crack on. So I have fitted a clear form just so that we get all of the light penetration through the form, and that we don't have to kind of take the form off to make sure that the underside of the gel is cured before it's quite strong enough. And I do like these clear forms by The Edge, not from YouTube. Anyway, all I'm doing here, I'm using Gel Bottle Ink products, and I'm going to be using with the clear Gel Pot Clear. This has been nestling in my boobs. Who subscribe to me will know about this by now. I always keep my rubber top and my rubber base in my boobs because when it's warm it flows real nice. And I find that this is a really good base to use with your gel pot when you're doing glass nails, because I do find that when you really scrub Gel Pot Clear into the nail you get more bubbles. So this is a great way of being able to get a good base on which to build a structure without the bubbles. So I'm just going to cure this for 60 seconds and then come back, and that's in my 48 watt LED lamp. So that's cured up, but what I'm going to do is something a little bit strange first off, and that is I'm going to pop some Gel Bottle Ink 003 Jet Black on Demelza's nail directly on top. And the reason for this is that obviously I want that base colour to be on there, and I don't want to put it on the intermediate layers in case I end up kind of filing it off. But this is, it looks really complicated, but it's actually quite simple. It's mostly just time consuming, but it's so simple to do this look. So I've got one coat on there, and I find that a second coat is probably best for opacity, which I'm also going to do off camera. And then when we come back, I'm going to show you how you don't need to be some kind of Picasso to get this effect. And before I get on further with this nail, the silk stockings nail, this mixture that I mixed myself is actually very light, and that's because I have some ladies who don't have such dark hearts as me and Demelza, and you know, they like flowers and kittens and shit. I quite like kittens actually, but by the by, they don't want things to be like kind of dark and smoky. They're like a little bit vanilla. So I made it nice and thin so that I could always like layer it up. And we're going to do this in 3 layers, but you can see there actually that it's not particularly streaky in just 1 layer. But yeah, we're going to do 3 layers, which is a bit darker. And look at that, how cool is that glass tip. Anyway, when I come back, this will have 3 coats on it and we'll be ready to do the art on this smoky tip. You'll have seen me before sculpting, and I have got other separate videos for that. This is all about how you get that kind of like smoky effect. So all I'm going to show you is that first layer. So I've got on my brush here, I've gone in at an angle so as not to try to pick up any bubbles. And I'm just going to start there by the cuticle, and it's just your standard kind of rotary motion, and just try to watch out for bubbles forming. Now, one thing that I will say with gel bottle or gel bottle ink gel pot is that it has quite a heat spike on it, and it's not as bad in winter as it is in summer, and we're just in autumn right now, but yeah, it is there. So you're going to want to be careful with that and not put too much on in one go, as I am in danger of doing there. So I've just committed the cardinal sin of kind of pulling off and then going back to it, which you should try not to do. But I don't want poor Demelza to have problems. So we've just got on there our kind of base layer, and I'm kind of just wanting that lip at the tip just to match up with Demelza's free edge. And I've made it way too long, but this isn't where it ends. Now I get a little bit of gel polish just on the back of a stamping plate, and it's just exactly the same gel bottle ink 003 jet black. And all I'm doing is, if you can see in the background, picking up a bit on my brush, and then my camera is not wanting to refocus itself, just got a little blob and just kind of smile it in on the side, just so that you've got something to kind of pick up. And then this is so easy and simple. You just lightly kind of, a bit like when you're doing marble nails, just kind of feather and drag it around into that clear gel, and then make sure you wipe off in between times, and you'll see that you get like a different effect depending on the thickness or the size of blob that you've got. And you just keep on kind of doing this, and you'll see that like no 2 blobs are quite the same, and you can continue to kind of like move it around. So it's very much like drag marbling actually, and you just basically carry on like this until you're happy with the effect that you've got. And then you're just going to encapsulate that with more clear gel, and then when that's all cured, refine the nail as normal and top coat. Simple. And if you're wondering what's this awesome gel brush that I'm using, it's a Clear Jelly Stamper Big Bling brush, and it is my favourite. So after curing, we've got a hot mess, but that will file back very nicely. Meanwhile, I'm just going to get my silver leaf on this smoky silk stockings nail here, and this is really easy to do. All I've got on here is a coat of gel bottle ink, rubber base, which I find is really good for things like silver leaf and you know, glitters and stuff, where if you just add top coat, it's still like a little bit lumpy. And how about I put it in the right side of the nail? Off screen, Demelza was just giving me subtle clues by like wiggling her finger at me going, bitch, you're putting it on the wrong place. So anywho, yeah, so as I was saying, rubber base is really, really good where you've got something that might be a little bit lumpy if it was just in like regular top coat, but that extra kind of sticky icky that rubber base has got is just perfect. And you can like layer it up. So at the minute I'm pressing this in to uncured, and then I'll cure it, and then once it's cured, I'll be putting another second layer of rubber base on it. And I used to use rubber builder for a lot of this, I used to use rubber top for a lot of this kind of stuff, until like a light bulb went on in my head that rather than using rubber top and then digging about part curing it and stuff, why not just use the rubber base that's got like a tacky layer in it anyways. So this is basically all I'm going to do, is just poke Demelza with a stick until she looks beautiful, and then put her into cure, put another rubber top coat on there and top coat that nail, and then that one's done. So we have got the silver leaf smoky kind of silk stockings now all done and top coated, and with a little bit of fluff from when I was filing this one down. And yes, we'll have a little bit of nail porn with that one when the top coat goes on. But first off, let us get this stamping out of the way. I'm just giving Demelza a little wipe down there, just in case we've got any oils on the surface of the nail. And for this, I am using my awesome clear jelly stamper Big Bling, which is looking a little bit worse for wear because I've used it quite a lot this week. And oh look, I've got a spare stamping head there, very handy. So it just comes apart like that, and then you can see right through it. I love this one. It won't pick up every kind of image. There are some kind of images that it doesn't like, but when it does, oh, it's great, like zero refraction on there. So I'm using Moira Stampin' Plate 27 Dreamology, and it's this one here, which if you subscribe, you might recognize from my Bon Jovi Ombre video. So what I recommend to do when you're stamping, always, it's easier to scrape towards the edge of the plate, and I'll try not to be out of frame too much. A lot of people faff on with like liquid latex, Simply Peel, that kind of thing. Yeah, you can do that, and I must admit, when it's like a black nail, sometimes you're best advised to do that, but can't be asked. It's easy enough to clean up afterwards anyway. So if you've got any excess, just take it away with your lint roller. Not that it really matters because this is a little small nail. It's just, it'll help you minimize your cleanup. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this bit in the corner just so that I get like kind of minimal. And what I'm doing is I'm pushing on this side as I'm rolling off this way to stop it from lifting off. And I did that a little bit cavalier. I wouldn't normally pull out so quickly. Yeah, but I don't know why I did that. I think I was just getting giddy. Anyway, all I'm going to do with that is break the seal around the edge, and then I will double top coat that, first with a tacky top coat and then with either a tacky or a non-wipe, whatever. So I will go away and do that, but before I do that, I'm guessing that you'd quite like to see the nail porn, which is the shiny reveal. And yes, I managed to get a little what do you call it, just in there, a little air bubble just in there. Here we go, got my top coat. Oh, look at that. It's one of my favourite parts, when you're all filed up and then you pop your top coat on and it goes all lush and shiny. Anyway, I'm going to cure that and then come back to show you the finished look. And here are the finished nails. Check these out. So we've got, let's see both hands. Ooh. We've got our smoky kind of tip nails. We've got our silk stocking and silver leaf nails. And then we've got our super cool stamped kind of, I don't know, what is that? It's like, it's kind of crackly. It's just a really cool pattern on the pinkies and the thumbs. So that's all for this. I wish you a Merry Gothmas. Hope you like these. Thank you very much to Demelza for being my guinea pig today. Thank you to you for watching, and I'll see you next time.